Are you guys doing any virtual driving for dollars?
Yeah, I was up like 12 o'clock last night virtual driving.
Did you try the new feature with the extension?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Did
yeah.
it?
So pulled it up on the Chrome. Matter of fact, where's it at right now? My hold on one second. Hold on. This my guy right here. Hey, Rich.
Hey, what's up, boy?
Hey, I'm doing a live right now with DealMachine. What's going on though?
Oh, not, the event wants to know how many days do we want to spend for the inspection period and the closing time?
The inspection, we could do 45 days closing, and let's set it for 21-day inspection. We should have a, huh?
She wants to do a 5-day inspection.
She wants to do 5-day inspection.
Yeah, she want to do a 5-day inspection, but she was like, she don't want to tie it up for 30 days.
Okay, that's fine, man. So let's do the inspection. Let's start the inspection this coming Monday, but let's get the keys and everything now, so we could have somebody in and out of the property. But our inspection don't start until Monday, and then we should be able to move it pretty quickly, man. Like I said, we probably going to put it probably around that 67, 68 range, just in case, so we can leave some room for the investor. And and but they're about to put a new roof on the property, so why not let her know, because of the new roof, because she's putting a new roof on the property. Let's set the closing date out for after the roof is fixed. So once the roof is put on, then we're good.
They changed gears on that position too. They're no longer going to put a new roof on. So it's just going to be as is.
As is. Okay, that's fine, man. Let's do 21-day closing, so 3 weeks, and just let them know we'll close soon as the title work come back. So
Okay.
we'll be good to go. And see if we could push for a 7-day inspection.
Inspection period will start soon as we sign a contract.
Okay, so let's do 7-day inspection then. So we'll have until next week. So see if you could get 7 days.
7-day inspection.
Yep.
21-day close. Okay.
We'll be able to move it, man. Long as we lower that price, because we got it at a good margin right now, so we'll be able to move it with no problem. So let's get it locked in for the 7 days, okay?
All right, I got another line. I'll let you a little bit.
All right, no doubt. Okay, all right.
No, that was so good. So everyone, that was like a great intro. Now, business, don't stop.
Yeah, that was my guy. We constantly putting stuff together. Because in my city it's very small, so what I'm able to do is just build a good relationship with guys that are active in the market, and where nobody's in competition, but we work as a unit, and we move all as one. So in militant, so it's been great. It's been great for sure.
So has this guy done deals before?
Yeah, he's my guy that I told you that do nothing but driving for dollars, and we cold call. So he don't even send postcards. We just do cold calling. Yeah, so I do the postcards, but he just straight cold call monster. Like he'll pull up on the house and do. Hey, look, I'm out here. I see the house is vacant. Have you ever considered selling the property? And that's how we've been able to close deals. Like we'll put property on the contract the same day and close it out the following week, just because we drive for dollars and cold calling.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Yeah.
That was so great. That was a real life, like, we got this property and this is talking to the buyer or the seller, and you guys got a good deal on it apparently.
Yeah, we the ARV is 130. They added listed at 86. Now what we did last a couple months back, we drove for dollars and we found the property, and we was in talks with the seller, but the seller decided to go ahead and list it anyway. So we just came back and picked it up at 60,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they did it, and you guys just followed up?
Yeah, so we just continue to follow it up. She wasn't supposed to list it. Sometimes when you get people talking in your head, you think differently, so you make a different move. That's what it was. But we came back and was able to build more rapport, build more trust, kept following up, and was able to lock it up at the 60 range.
Hey, Al, welcome.
So.
Well, let me give you a proper introduction.
Oh, sure.
So I'm so excited because we have Shevy Green on again, and I'm so happy to have him. Very thankful. So Shevy is a DealMachine user, and so I wanted him on here to tell you guys what his business is up to right now with everything going on, how maybe the mindsets have changed, what you guys are thinking, or if mindsets haven't changed and you're just, keep plowing through. So kind of tell me how you guys have shifted or not shifted, like how has this affected anything?
Nothing have it's affected in a beautiful way because mindset of just gone from 100 to where we're 10x in the mindset. So, before the storm, I was constantly reminding my guys, like, look, the storm is coming. It's up to us to get ahead of it. It's up to us to take advantage of it. So we was constantly masterminding, constantly just planning. We didn't know what was going to happen, but we know something was going to happen. So it was just a constant reminder. I would send a text in the morning, like, look, we out here again. It's time to get ready because something crazy is about to happen, and it's going to be in our favor. So get ready. And within, I'll tell you a story about my guy, the one that do nothing but the driving for dollars. Within spite of just 7 or 8 months, he's gone from where there was doubts as far as where the job security and what he was going to do, and he was getting married, and there was a lot of different things that was going on, and just the conversation that we had was just, look, I got you. Long as you follow my lead, we're gonna be out here. We're gonna really do something great. I'm gonna make sure that I help you in any situation that you're going through. We're gonna pull through it because he was going through a time where people doubted, they didn't believe what he was doing. But I was like, look, don't worry about what people are saying. Stay the course. Stick to the person that's in front of you. That's really showing the results. So we could be out here really when the time comes. You show proof in the results, not in what you say, but but in what you do. And up to this point right now, literally he's been able to hit at least close to 100K within 7 months, and that's just driving for dollars. So y'all probably want to get with him. I'll give you his contact so y'all can interview him for sure.
Oh my gosh! So how long? When he first started, how long was it until he got that first deal?
We started in May and got our first deal for May, June. Got our first deal June. Yeah, first deal was in June. So within spot of 30 days, we hit our first deal because it was just actionable. Just taking massive action. That's all it was. So we just focused on taking action. So, he was like, man, I got to find a title company and I got to find invest buyers. I was like, dude, let's just focus on finding deals. Let's focus on finding deals.
So how often is he adding deals? Like every single day? Does he have a quote that he do every day?
Well, right now he hired a VA. So, he's pulling lists. He's driving for dollars. He's out driving for dollars right now. We do anywhere from 20 to 30 a day as far as uploads. So, and then with this virtual driving for dollars, oh my goodness, ridiculous, amazing. Oh,
I'm so glad.
Amazing.
I really want people to take advantage of that, especially if you're now stuck at home with kids and you just
oh yeah, absolutely. Hold on. Okay, go ahead and say something.
Hello.
Okay, good.
So wants to know what markets do you work in?
I'm not telling nobody. I'm done telling people what market I work in. People come in, they it's a shitstorm. No, I'm just kidding. I'm in. After I spoke with you last time, Elise, now there's nothing but bandit signs on every corner. I'm like, damn it.
You said the same thing. You're like, I'm not telling anyone. I'm not, and I'm like, oh crap, I just offended him. And then you're
No, it's okay. There's plenty of growth to go around. We're in Shreveport, Louisiana.
And I tell you one of the things that nobody is really taking advantage of because they don't really understand how to maneuver and how to work it. And that's the creative space, creative real estate. So we've been able to take advantage of the creative real estate, the owner finance, sub twos, lease options, all of those things, just because we understand how to talk to sellers and how to ease their mind itself. So yes, it's been amazing. It's been amazing.
Do you feel like, back to like the COVID happening, have you been seeing doing more creative financing since then? Is that happening more? Guys, please feel free to ask Shevy questions. He has scaled his business with DealMachine. He is just so motivational. If you don't follow him, follow him. Okay. Yeah. So how is that kind of, what are you seeing more of as you guys get more things under contract?
As we get more things on the contract, because we're pushing the closing out. So before we'll close out, within 7 to 10 days, soon as the time to come back, sometimes 2 weeks. But now we're pushing the closing to where we're closing out 45 to 60 days. So we're now presenting the 3 options. So we're presenting the all cash, we're presenting the owner finance, or we're presenting the sub 2 option. So we're presenting all different options to see what best fit the seller itself. So let's just say we pick a property up and it's a wholesale deal, but we're not able to move it. We'll go back and renegotiate, and we'll just let them know, look, the margins are too thin. There's so the house. The numbers doesn't work when it comes to an all cash offer, but we can do this for you though. So how about we give you such and such down, and we step in and maintain the property. We step in and be responsible for everything overall. You get to walk away with no headache. And we've been able to set it up in that sense where we're now picking up properties where before we'll probably pick up one sub 2 or one lease option deal. Now we're picking up 2 and 3 and 4s in 1 month.
That's crazy. So how do you learn about all this creative financing?
YouTube University. That's where you everything that's what piqued my interest, and I was like, you know what? Once I finally have the capital, I'm going to invest in myself. So we went to We Live 2019. We went to We Live. Tony Robinson was talking about sub 2s and protection and all of these things as far as tax benefits, as far as doing things with your LLC and setting up your LLC the right way. And I was like, man, we got to pay for that education. So we paid for the education. So if anything, there's only so much you could do for free. So we understood that in order to grow, you have to invest. So we invested after the YouTube and the free and the binging and all those things. We started investing in our education. So we started paying for coaching and for mentoring and for learning how to do sub 2 deals a proper way, paying the lawyers to look over our contracts, make sure that it's in line with everything that we want to do. So we've been able to now invest in our business to where we're putting the money. If you had seen me like 2 years ago, a shirt like this would have a press on Zoe Home Buyers orange with a house. It was look on Instagram on the whole picture. You'll see what I'm talking about as far as how we've transitioned and have grown to where we're now investing back into our business and growing our credibility, because image is everything. And first thing people do is they look at you, then they hear what comes out of your mouth. So you have to make sure that you're presenting yourself in the right manner. And that's really how it is. So when we pull up, decals, brochures, we're very respectable. We're very knowledgeable of both the market and what houses that sold around us and what stuff can go for. Compared to a guy or girl that pulls up and the seller's like, well, the house down the street sold for 100,000 and I want 120. I know that one was updated, but still the houses are selling for this and that. And they don't know how to educate the seller. So we've just been able to build the right rapport, build the right relationship, set the right expectation to where, everything is where it is. And the crazy thing is, we've been putting on training classes, webinars. So right now we have wholesaling edition webinar, which is for that guy or girl that's just starting out, want to learn how to work from home, how to create that side hustle in itself. And we've actually been able to help out locally here by just donating all the proceeds that we've been able to make from the webinar in itself.
Oh, that's so awesome. Where can people go to join those?
I'm gonna to join. Oh man, I'm gonna have my wife post a link. So
Okay.
she's gonna post a link for people to go to the webinar. And then people make excuses. Oh, I don't have money and all this other stuff. I get it. It's tough time, but it's little to no money at all. It's $29. And if you sign up for the class, it's donated. So it's not like we're keeping the proceeds. And if you're still making excuses and you do want to be a part of the class, all you gotta do is enter the promo code The Real Chevy, and it's free.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah. So we're eliminating all excuses. That's all it is.
I love it. I think one of the biggest things that I love when I look at your content is you push don't have excuses. I mean, you watch Chevy's YouTube videos and it's always like no excuses. Him and his wife are driving. She's driving. He's adding. How many people are on your team now?
Right now we have around 10 people.
That's awesome.
But we have the 80-20 rule, right? So 80% of your volume is going to come from 20%. So even though there's a lot of people, there's probably like 2 or 3 people that's really out here moving and shaking and, doing what they're supposed to.
Like your boy that's been there for 7 months.
He's done two deals now, sub-2 owner finance, where he's about to put together another one where he's buying a house for himself the same way.
Oh.
So
what was I just had another one. What would be with people who are maybe just starting out right now, and I know some of this might come from your webinar, but what would be a couple things, like maybe 2 or 3 things of advice that you would tell them?
Build up your mindset, man. Build up your attitude for the tough times, because a lot of times what happens is people are scared, right? So cold calling is big. Just get used to talking and get used to the rejection. Get used to getting on the phone and just asking someone if they're interested in selling the property. Get used to putting away Facebook, Instagram for just entertainment and start using it for education. Get used to getting into the habit of this. Instead of staying up all late nights and you're not really educating yourself, get used to jumping on YouTube, because there's so many different things when it comes to YouTube. And of course, if you're new, take advantage of the 14-day free trial with DealMachine. So,
I love that. That is very true. I had someone who said they were waiting to do the 14-day for the 14-day trial. They were adding properties because they want, and I said, you're gonna have to hand put all those properties in. Why don't you just do it now?
All right. Yeah, don't wait. The beautiful part about the DealMachine community is that it's like a family. There's so much help. You got the Be Polites on there. Max Maxwell, he do YouTube videos on Drop for Dollars. Khan do the same thing. I was just watching the video with Khan and Josh last night on how to do the virtual Drop for Dollars. So, and you're checking in every day and you're doing tutorials like crazy. So I'm like, look, if you don't know how to use DealMachine, if you're in the house and you like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do, and Drop for Dollars is such a great niche, because like we always say, that it's your own list that you're putting together. It's not a vacant list or it's not an absentee list. It's your own list of mixture that you're able to put together, and you're able to actually reach out to these sellers and come to them from a different perspective. Because you're sending them postcards, you're doing handwritten letters, you're cold calling, you're hitting them from all different avenues for sure. especially when someone get a picture of their house and they're like, what the, who is outside my house? It's one of those things where it raises their attention. It's like, I didn't know my house looked like this. I didn't know the grass was uncut, the windows was busted. So you just bringing attention, and that's good.
So that was going to lead to my next question. So do you use postcards? What are some of the things that people respond to those, like that give you a call? Like what's working with them?
Is some of the things that happen is that they're like, hey, look, I got your postcard about you buying my property. What's your offer, right? And that's always what they say. So they either say, hey, I got your postcard, don't send me no more postcards, or hey, I got your postcard, what are you offering? So there's no in between. It's either, hey, they pissed off, or hey, they like, yes, I want to sell my property. What's going on? Make me an offer. So it's real simple, it's real easy to just send someone a postcard. And then the cool part about it is that if you do a follow up where you call in that person and it's like, hey, did you get my postcard? I sent a couple postcards your way, and it's like, oh, I did get your postcard. And it's either stop sending me postcards or what's up? Yeah. There's no in between. I'm telling you.
I tell people, I'm like, you're either going to get someone really PO'd, or you're going to get someone that's like, well, I never thought about it. Or like you said, I've had someone call me that's like, yeah, it's just been a burden. I didn't know it looked like this.
For sure. All the time, because especially if it's an out of state or absentee owner, like, because I have properties myself, and as long as the rent's getting paid, I don't even go and look at the property. That's how crazy it is, right? So you got to think, for someone that's out of state and the property is vacant, they don't even think about it. So when you send them a picture and they see the condition of the property, they're like, oh my, I didn't even remember that I had this property. Because a lot of times the properties are free and clear, and all they're paying is just taxes.
Yeah. I will say, I reference you a lot when I'm virtually driving for dollars, because I'll be like, oh, their trash bin's out. And when I was on with Shevy, he said, well, if their trash bin isn't out and everyone else is,
hey, look, if the trash bin ain't out and the grass haven't been cut and it's garbage day, especially when it's in a great neighborhood, and people like to keep up with the Joneses. So if someone going by a Mercedes, somebody else going by be a BMW or whatever the case may be. It's the same thing when it comes to the trash being put out on the curb. Same thing when it comes to the grass being cut. All of those things matter. So when you pay attention to those small details, it's going to work in your favor, because you understand people habit and you understand how people like to be around each other. So yeah.
The question is, when you do send a postcard, the person, it says Facebook user, but should I put my home address or PO box?
PO box for sure. This create a PO box, so this way, what happened is that it will send everything to the PO box itself. So you could easily go and set up USPS PO box for like $30 every 3 months, every 6 months. So you could go and do UPS post box, same thing. You can pay for the whole year, you get a bigger discount, but it looks good when you have a PO box or a suite number attached to it rather than your home address. You don't want nobody to come to your house and threaten you.
Yeah, I definitely did the same thing. I opened up my own, and it was, even here, it was like $30 for 3 months, I think.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's your wife. It says the real Chevy discount code to join for. Your wife's on it, man. Last time we were on, and she's like, you need to wrap it up, or whatever it was. Like, whenever we were talking.
Yeah. My wife is amazing. She is awesome. I would not know what I would do in this day and age. I literally just turned 34, and I'm in a great space. Wife and kid, and even crazy times like these, still being able to help other people out. Still giving, still being a go-giver is amazing. I feel it's a beautiful feeling to have a supportive spouse and partner that's going to rock with you through the storm.
Now, was she originally interested in doing this with you, or did you guys just like did you guys start this all together, or was it just you first? And then like she was.
No, it was her. It was her. It
Oh,
wasn't me. It was her.
with us.
Yeah, it was her first. She was the one that was learning how to do it, and she was like, "Oh, I'm scared of spiders. I don't want to go in nobody's house." I was like, "What the hell? This is real estate. We be don't want to go in nobody's house." I was like, "All right, I got you." So I was like, "Look, you set them up, I'll knock them down." So we like Jordan and Pittman out here, man.
Yes.
Crazy. It's crazy.
I'm totally watching that documentary that's coming out. I think it's Sunday about Jordan.
Okay.
I'm so pumped.
But yeah.
But that's awesome. Your wife and I would get along great because I also bring along a male person to go through a house with me because I'm just like, I don't want to go in that creepy basement. I don't want to go up in that attic.
Absolutely. And me, the crazy thing is, you know what? I got to get better when it comes to protection because I'm running out the house and she's like, "Hey, here goes a mask. Here goes some gloves. You know, it's crazy out there." I'm like, "Oh, what? I'm just me. I'll be in my own bubble, Elise. I'll be in my own world." Are
you doing any virtual closing, like where you're not going into the house, or are you still going into houses?
We do both. If it's vacant, we'll do it. If it's not vacant, then we'll do virtual. Hey, take pictures. Tell me about the condition of the property, all that thing. But we'll do both because, like I said, we're doing deals here, and we're putting the deals together out in Vegas. We're putting deals out together in New Hampshire. We're putting deals out together in Houston. Because I was just telling you about working with Loopy and everything like that. So we're doing a couple creative deals right now as well. So yeah.
That's awesome. So then any other advice like going forward that you've noticed with just the change of everything? It's just anything that
advice, education. Educate yourself. You have to be in a space, you have to put yourself in a position where you're now building wealth because this is the wealth building stage, meaning you have to be focused on what can you leave for your future generation. How can you create more for those around you to where you're creating abundance instead of scarcity. I was just out a few days ago, and I have one of my tenants was paying rent, and it was asking me about buying the house, and I was asking them, hey, how's the credit? How's this? How's that? And it was just like, oh, my credit is shot. I don't even have no credit. It was like if I was going tomorrow, I wouldn't even know what to do because they have a child that they were left behind, and even though that person, the kid is a grown adult, they're still scared for that person. And I'm like, look, you have to do something, whether that's getting life insurance or something. You have to put yourself in a position where those that care about you don't have to worry about you. And when it comes to young people like us, we think that we're gonna live forever. But if you don't have nothing to show for it, start building now. Learn how to do the creative space. Learn how to take over a property with no money, no cash. Learn all of these different things. There's all different avenues to teach you these things. But you have to educate yourself because the schools are not going to teach you that.
Yeah.
The schools are not going to teach you that, and no, not going to school because I went to school as well. I barely graduated. But still, it's just a matter of educate yourself. You have to educate yourself. You have to. Like we have so many content on the YouTube. We're getting ready. We've been just focused on dialing into making sure that the business is where it needs to be. So we can get back to putting out content on the YouTube page as well. But, we're going to do a video on virtual drive for dollars. Like just all of these. Yeah. So there's all of these different things. You have to, if you don't do nothing before, make sure that you're educating yourself and you're taking massive action. Plain and simple. You have to take action. Don't create it in your head, but also take action.
I do also want to ask you, so a lot of people are saying, sellers are more motivated now because of what's happening. Do you see that? Do you see more calls coming in because of what's happening?
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Especially a lot of landlords are liquidating their property. So if there wasn't a tired landlord, the moment somebody tell them, hey, look, I'm not paying rent, they like, nope, I gotta sell now. So now they become tired landlord. I'm selling a freaking quadplex. Yeah.
How are you working with your buyers on this, or like getting those, are you doing wholesale deals still though? Like, I know you said a lot of financing, but like, are you talking to your buyers to see what they want, or like, how do you situate that? Like, is there a different
buyers are calling us like, hey, look, what do y'all have? Like, we out here hungry. We need some deals. What's up? So we're still grinding. We're still the focus is, though, I tell my guys, look, we got to shift the mindset. We can't just give anymore. It's more so, hey, how can we hold and keep and build? And what we don't like, okay, cool, you can have it. So that's just how we roll now. It's all about wealth building. So we're in a space of where, if you're on the team, it's not just, hey, we're gonna hustle and bustle and we're gonna grind and have nothing to show for it, but it's now, hey, look, if we grinding and we don't have nothing, we still have residuals coming in on the rental side, on the passive income side. So just teach them both avenues. We could be monsters at both. So if you put those together, it's going to be a good thing. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful connection, beautiful relationship.
Do you find yourself, are your margins smaller or anything like that? Is any of that how you're pricing things differently, like getting them under contract or anything like that?
No. What we do is we just go with what numbers make sense. So let's just say we put a property on a contract and the feedback that we're getting is that, it's too high or whatever the case may be. That means that we either got to go back and renegotiate with the seller, or we already have it at a margin where there was plenty of room to go down. So cool. Hey man, what makes sense for us to do this deal right now? Because we closing sellers and we closing buyers. Mm-hmm. So if you have cash money and you ready to buy something, like, hey man, how much you got to make this thing happen? How soon can you close? Can you fund the deal right now? So we get checks written out to us on the same day. We take it to the title company.
Oh my God. And as a your title company going virtual, or are you having to meet outside or anything like that? Like
the title company, the way that they're working right now is that they're taking turns. So as long as there's somebody in the office, they're taking turns though. So yeah.
Okay.
So we have title company that, we know work with us, and they understand that we still out here grinding, we're still out here putting the work. So, they work with us, so no problem at all.
That's awesome. How many rentals do you have in your portfolio now?
Right now we're sitting at 11.
Oh my gosh, that was not what I was expecting. I don't know why, but like 11. David, yeah. You can ask David. David wants to hit 10, and he's at 8, I think now. He needs to.
But here's the beautiful part about it though. No money, no cash, no credit. All creative deals. Actually, I bought 2 properties, free and clear, cash. So yeah.
Hey, the rest though.
But
financing is like, I just hear that so much. So I'm glad you touched on that.
Yeah. It's the crazy thing is that when I went to We Live 19, and when I went to We Live 19, I ran into Brian O'Ratwell, and he's like the monster when it comes to creative real estate. And I was like, man, I can't find no deals, blah, blah, blah. Everybody that I run into, they was just so far behind on their mortgage note, and I was gonna have to bring 20 or 30,000 just to get them caught up. And he was like, dude, you have to stop thinking wholesale, and that's all it is. You have to put your mindset in that creative space. You have to put your mindset in finding deals that are current, where people are just in distress and they just don't want to deal with it no more. And ever since he said that, man, we came back and just turned up. Like
you guys, yeah. We're just like 10x the crap.
Yeah. We've added 10 plus properties within spite of like 6 months. So yeah, and bought a house as well. Like, so
you guys,
I give you a tour one of these days on some MTV cribs.
Bring it back. I love
So yeah, it's beautiful though, man. We've been fortunate enough to put ourselves in a situation where something like this is only going to be at an advantage rather than a disadvantage, because we're in a space where it's recession proof.
Yeah, no, that's so awesome. Um, well, I really appreciate you coming on here with me and answering all my questions and sharing all your great advice. I think that just now there's so much anxiety, and especially people who don't know whether to pull back or to go forward.
Go forward. Don't pull back. Go forward. Go forward. Like if you was just making 100 phone calls a week, man, make 1,000 phone calls. If you was just doing driving for dollars once a week, do all 6 days. It's one of those things where now the platform is where you can virtually drive for dollars without leaving your house. The platform in itself, the app, the software, it's amazing. Just using it, I was just like, what the? I was just on that street the other day. I could have been at home doing it. So
I know. I was thinking that when I do the lives, I'm like, oh, I literally drive past that street. How have I never found all these deals?
Yeah, so it's one of those things to where we've been fortunate putting together webinars for people that think they can't afford, coaching where they paying $2, $3, $5, $10,000. And I've seen it done before, but we put together a webinar for that guy or girl that's new to the space. We got a book that's coming out this coming summer. That's going to be great as well. So there's a lot of different things that we're doing for the community, man, to help people get off their asses and stop making excuses.
Oh my gosh, you have a book coming out?
Yeah.
I love it. We're gonna have to buy a ton of copies and just like.
Absolutely. You're going to get one for free. So yeah, the book is called "If You're Trying to Wholesale, You're Doing It Wrong."
I love it. Well, we have a question. So Chevy, did you start wholesaling to get into REI, or have you always been buying and holding and wholesaling?
Oh, I never know nothing about real estate until I started wholesaling. So I just started doing this, 2 years ago? Back in 2018, I started doing this. So yeah, it's not one of those things that I've always been into real estate. It's more so my wife, she kind of see the future, and she see what all is going on, and she was like, man, we need a side hustle. And I was like, huh? We good. Like, what do you mean we need a side hustle? We got to, because we was doing in-store marketing. So I was like, man, we got all of these campaigns. We're doing great. I was building leaders around me. So so the structure of the old model that I was working with was building leaders and then being able to promote guys out into markets and be able to fund the market to where they're overseeing like a Tucson market or a Memphis market, and they're in retailers. Well, what kind of happened is that whenever you have a lot of people that are young and immature, it kind of become like this high school atmosphere where you constantly got to be supervising, constantly got to be telling people, reminding people, don't do this, don't do that. But the information would come from the top and it get watered down by the time it get to the bottom. So I wasn't doing a great job of educating these guys on the proper way to do it, being entrepreneurs. Like, I would go hard for my business, but nobody else would go hard for me. So, I had to, we came to a point where the space became a standstill, became complacent. Everything was all on me because I lost the passion to move forward with that business. So I had to refresh my hustle. I had to pivot. I had to find something else to do. And, my wife was talking about real estate, and I was like, okay. So I took it. She found it. I took it and ran with it.
Oh my God.
Now here we are. We're a great team, Yeah, we're a great team.
Well, and also question is, how long have you been using DealMachine?
It's been what, a year? Yeah, it's been a year since I've been using DealMachine. Since actually had a badge for a year anniversary.
Did you spit out at you?
Yeah, I had to confess. It was like congratulations, this is your 1 year anniversary. This was actually like I think it was like last week. It was like last week.
Because we met last year at We Live.
Uh-huh.
And I remember you saying that you had just started using, or you were going to start using it.
Yeah, I had just started using it. Yeah.
And now it's only been a year, but I feel like you've just like lost.
I was so green. Like I didn't know what was going on. It was just sheer excitement when I met you guys. I didn't know nothing, honestly. I was just sheer excitement. I was doing deals, but I didn't know what I was doing. I was doing deals just based on my enthusiasm, based on just me being an excited person. I didn't fully understand the game and how to really work it. But then once I was able to start paying for my education and having the right team around me, then I fully started taking advantage of the real estate space in itself. So now, man, the circle is so strong, because I'm just building it out to where there's accountants, there's lawyers, there's everybody on the team, there's mortgage brokers, all that on the team. So it's like creating a one-stop shop. So when I go into a house, it's more say, hey, look, I got a guy for that, I got a guy for that. Oh, you need to move, I got a team for that. So it's just creating a whole atmosphere of excitement to where it's like, look, you call me, that's it. You don't got to look nowhere else. We good. Let's go.
One stop.
So yeah, we out here though. We out here really building it, and really just being able to help people in those situations, man. Like I was telling you earlier, is that with the pandemic going on, there's people that are uncertain as far as what their future look like. And if you're in the space when it comes to the social space, as far as education and inspiring and being able to tell people to have hope and move forward, and you lead them by example, 9 out of 10 times they'll pick up and they'll run with it. So, it's that 10th time where that person missing, they're like, oh, damn, he got lucky. But nah, this ain't luck. This is all hard work and determination, commitment. So, yeah.
I love that. How are you using your deal finders again?
Well, with the deal finders, we do Facebook. My wife do Craigslist ads. We do Facebook ads as well. That's a small. We need more deals. If you can help us find a property, we'll pay you a referral type of our deal. So yeah. So we have the straight bird dogs just looking for properties and just sending us deals.
And you're still recruiting now?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're still building the army. Especially with this virtual driving for dollars. How would you like to make money to staying at home, right? It's crazy. Crazy. City.
You can help. I was telling somebody, I was like, you can help so many people who lost their job by having them virtually drive for dollars.
Oh, absolutely.
Tyler wants to know, and I think we have talked about this, but is it a good time to do real estate?
Huh?
Tyler asked if it's a good time to do real estate.
What? Huh? I can even hear what you just said. Is it a good time to do real estate? Why are we on this webinar? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this live? Why did I just have a conversation with my guy about putting the property on the contract and closing? Yes, it's a good time. It's a good time.
You kill me.
It's a good time. It's a good time to do real. If you ain't doing nothing else, you should be doing real estate. You should be doing something that's asset management. Period.
I feel like a lot of people who have been holding off, like, why not? This is like the time. You have the time.
Hey, look, what's the worst that can happen? You make money and you're able to provide for your family and put yourself in a different tax bracket. You pay more taxes. Or none at all because you got a business. It's a secret.
I love it.
Yeah. So yeah.
I love this so much. Thank you again so much for being on. We'll do this again. I promise I won't be slacking like
Gotcha. It's always fun. It's always fun to do these. Like, it's a lot more structured because I'm not on the road. You know, my wife just put a bunch of stuff on the whiteboard, and she's like, "Stay on track. Do not lose focus." I'm like, she prepping me before, like, "Hey, you ready?" You know.
I love that. She is your coach. She's like,
she says she's my life coach. She's my PR person. So yeah. She said we gotta be on point. So this, how you see me now wasn't how it was an hour ago.
she come on sometime?
Can you come on sometimes? We'll set it up. We'll set it up.
Okay.
She's more of a behind the camera type of person, but we'll set it up and get right with it.
I've only talked to her ever since chat, so I'm reading.
Yeah, we'll set it up. We'll set it up because she's big when it comes to helping young ladies get into that real estate space, get out of that 9-to-5 mentality into that entrepreneur mindset as well. So she's big woman power and everything. So yeah.
That's what's up. I'm actually, I think, interviewing my first woman next week that's in the space. And I want more because there's a whole community of, women that want to get into this, are nervous. Okay, actually, we have another question. What percentage of your overall business can be attributed to DealMachine?
Overall business, I would say 50%.
That's a good
overall. Yeah, because we do Drop for Dollars. Before the pandemic, we used to do Drop for Dollars 3, 4, 5 days out of the week, 2-3 hours at a time, sending postcards, doing cold calling. It's just such a niche where we're putting properties together that nobody else has. Yeah. And it's just amazing to call a owner to say, hey, we was driving down such a 123 Main Street and notice that, you might own a property here. Wanted to see, have you ever considered selling, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, oh yeah, I'm interested. What do you guys have to offer? So
another thing, there's tons of things that y'all are doing that's so great, but I wish more people would set up their calendar kind of like how you guys do. And I'm sure your wife is a big, big portion of this, but just having that time, you guys, I remember you said like 2 to 4, we're driving. It's the consistency of having that process, those processes just in place. And you guys do a good job at that. I hope more people catch on to that. And I think that's why a lot of businesses don't keep up, is because you don't have the follow up, you don't have the processes, and you can figure those out as you go. You need to be consistent with it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think the biggest thing is having structure and having a strategy behind how you go about doing business. Because I remember when we had first came out with our first YouTube, it was like, this is when, I had left everything behind and started on a new journey. I said, hey, look, join me on this journey. I'm going to show you guys how to pivot from that 9-to-5 or that corporate space into that entrepreneurship and working for yourself. And, with those 4 quadrants, right? You have your employee, your self-employed, your business owner, and your investor. So transitioning from that left quadrant, right, which was either you're an employee or a self-employed person where your business only work when you work, to being in that right quadrant where you're now a business owner and investor, to where now money is working for you rather than you work for money. So on the left side, you're working for money. On the right side, money is working for you. So money is working even when you're sleeping.
I love it. And Real Estate Rock, thanks so much, Elise. Great content. Thanks so much, Chevy. Good stuff. Thank you guys so much for being on here and watching. This is saved to our YouTube video. Chevy, I can get you the raw footage so you can put it on yours if you want.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
But I'm just, again, so thankful for you being on here, and we'll do it again soon.
Absolutely. I appreciate it, man. I love you guys and everything that you guys are doing. You guys are doing a great job. I think if real estate was a space and they was giving out awards, DealMachine would definitely get it for sure.
I would hope so. I'd love that. I'd love to get a badge that shoot confetti like the real. Great. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm one of the ones who was behind the badges, and I was like, guys, can we please get confetti to like shoot out?
I love it though. I love it. Like when I will log in, and it's like, oh, you've added 200 properties. You have 200 property badge, or oh, your team added 1,000 properties. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'll send it to the guys like, hey, keep doing a good job. Like, yeah, I love it.
Oh, good, because I was seriously like, I hope this doesn't come off too cheesy, but like,
no. Everybody loves being a part of something and that motivation and being inspired, right? So it's all about those carrots, right? So being able to have the next, what's next. So I've looked at the badges. I'm like, okay, I need to hit this. All right, cool. Let's go.
I hope eventually we can make them like actual badges to like give people, but that's down the road. I put it out there.
No, you guys are doing a great job. And this once again, guys, we have a webinar that's going on tomorrow at 12 o'clock. It's only $29. The proceeds go to charity. If you're the guy or girl that's like, I don't know if I can make it, we have it to where you could sign up for free. Just use the promo code Real Chevy. Book coming out this summer as well. If you're trying to wholesale, you're doing it wrong. That's going to be an amazing book for that guy or girl that still have that information overload. They're still procrastinating, still making excuses. These are the things that this is a day and age where there's no excuses for why you can't change your family tree and why you can't change your life overall. Where if you're sick and tired of your job and you just want to do whatever you want to do, you gotta be able to create your own space. That's all it is. So you gotta take back your time. You gotta take back control.
Literally, like it's almost like Tony Robinson when he takes you to church. I just feel like you talk, and I'm just like, yes, amen. Like, yes.
The moment this call ends, guess what I'm going to be doing? Cold calling.
I love it so much.
So yeah.
Well, good. Thank you so much, Chevy. And I have the information for his webinar right here. We also have a webinar tonight with the Polite. So if you guys have time to join us for that. But thank you again, Chevy.
No problem. Don't forget to check out the YouTube as well, The Real Chevy.
The Real Chevy. Check it out. All right. Bye.
Absolutely.